My beloved child, I can see the deep exhaustion that has settled into the very marrow of your bones, a weariness that goes far beyond the need for simple sleep or a quiet weekend away from the noise of the world. You have been running a race that has no finish line, constantly measuring your worth by your output and believing that you only matter when you are producing, fixing, or achieving something visible for everyone to see. I want you to stop right now, take a deep breath, and listen to the truth I am speaking over you, because you have been listening to the lies of the world for far too long. You are not a machine designed for endless production. You are a living soul designed for intimacy, and I am calling you back to the place where you are loved simply for who you are. I know that you have convinced yourself that your value is a wage that must be earned every single day, as if my love is a salary that gets cut off the moment you stop working or stumble in your efforts. You wake up every morning with a heavy sense of debt, feeling like you are already behind before your feet even touch the floor, and you rush through your days trying to pay off a balance that does not exist. I need you to understand that my love for you is not a transaction. It is a covenant that cannot be broken by your lack of productivity or your need for rest. You are trying to buy a grace that I have already given you freely, and it pains me to see you working so hard for a gift that is already yours. You look in the mirror and see only what you have failed to do, tallying up your mistakes and your unfinished tasks as evidence that you are falling short of the standard you have set for yourself. But when I look at you, I do not see a list of tasks or a resume of accomplishments. I see the precious child I formed with my own hands, and I am completely enamored with the beauty of your spirit. You have let the world's definition of success infiltrate your heart, causing you to believe that you must be busy to be important. But in my kingdom, your importance was established before you ever did a single thing. I am inviting you to lay down the heavy yardstick you have been using to beat yourself up and pick up the crown of grace I am holding out to you. I feel the anxiety that grips your chest when you are not being useful, that subtle panic that whispers you are becoming invisible if you are not serving a purpose for someone else. You have equated being loved with being needed, and so you have made yourself indispensable to everyone around you, carrying burdens that were never meant to be yours to bear. I want to relieve you of this crushing weight today, to remind you that you do not have to be useful to be cherished, and you do not have to be a servant to be a son or a daughter. My love for you is not based on your utility. It is based on your identity, and nothing can change the fact that you belong to me. There is a quiet ache in your soul that comes from years of trying to prove that you are worth the space you take up, a sorrow that stems from the belief that you are an imposition unless you are contributing. You apologize for your needs, you minimize your pain, and you shrink back when you should be stepping forward, all because you are afraid of being too much or a burden to others. I am here to tell you that your needs are not a burden to me, and your existence is not a problem to be solved. You are a delight to my heart. I created you on purpose, with purpose, and you do not have to apologize for existing or for needing the care that I am so eager to provide. You have been living with a constant underlying fear that if you stop performing, the love you have received will evaporate like mist in the morning sun, leaving you cold and alone. This fear drives you to overextend yourself, to say yes when your soul is screaming no, and to trade your peace for the approval of people who cannot truly fill your cup. I want to break the chains of this fear right now by assuring you that my love is a rock, not a vapor, and it will stand firm even when you have nothing left to give. You can stop performing now, my child. The show is over and I am still here, applauding you not for what you did, but for who you are. I have noticed the guilt that washes over you whenever you try to rest. The nagging voice in the back of your mind that tells you that you are being lazy or selfish for taking a moment to breathe. You have learned a painful lesson somewhere along the way that love has to be earned through sacrifice and exhaustion. And so you treat rest like a crime instead of a gift. I want to rewrite that narrative in your heart today and teach you that rest is a holy act of trust, a declaration that I am God and you are not. When you rest, you are not failing. You are acknowledging that the world turns by my power, not by your constant striving, and that is a beautiful thing. You find yourself over-functioning in your relationships, jumping in to fix problems before anyone even asks, because deep down, you believe that is the only way to secure your place in their lives. You are tired of being the strong one, the one who has it all together, the one everyone relies on, but you are terrified to let that role go because you don't know who you are without it. I see the little child inside of you who just wants to be taken care of for once, and I am answering that longing by inviting you to let go of the controls. It is safe to step back. It is safe to let others carry their own loads, and it is safe to let me take care of you. When someone offers you a genuine compliment, you feel a strange discomfort rise up within you, an urge to deflect the praise or explain it away because you do not feel enough to receive it. You have become so accustomed to criticism, both from others and from yourself, that kindness feels foreign and almost suspicious to your wounded heart. I want you to practice receiving today, to let the good words sink in like rain into dry soil, and to believe that you are worthy of honor and affirmation. You are my masterpiece, and when people see the good in you, they are catching a glimpse of my glory, so do not push it away. You are constantly scanning your environment for signs of disapproval, reading into every silence and analyzing every glance, because your security feels so fragile and dependent on the opinions of others. This hypervigilance is exhausting your spirit and robbing you of the joy that I intended for you to have, keeping you trapped in a cycle of anxiety and people-pleasing. I want to be your security, the solid foundation that does not shift with the moods of people, so that you can walk into a room without wondering if you are welcome. You are always welcome in my presence, and when you are rooted in me, the shifting sands of human opinion can no longer shake you. You have developed a habit of saying, "I'm fine," even when you are crumbling inside, because you have learned that vulnerability is dangerous, and that showing weakness might cause people to pull away. You hide your struggles behind a mask of competence, fearing that if anyone saw the messiness of your true emotions, they would judge you or leave you. I see behind the mask, my beloved, and I love the messy, real, raw version of you more than the polished image you present to the world. You do not have to hide from me. I am your safe place, your refuge, and I can handle the full weight of your emotions without flinching or turning away. The pressure you put on yourself to be perfect is a heavy armor that is crushing the life out of you, preventing you from moving freely and experiencing the grace that is available to you. You criticize yourself for every small mistake, replaying your errors on a loop in your mind until you are paralyzed by shame and regret. I did not design you to be perfect. I designed you to be mine, and I knew every mistake you would make before I ever called your name. Release the need for flawlessness and embrace the beauty of being a work in progress, held securely in the hands of a master artist who knows exactly what he is doing. You feel a deep sense of loneliness even when you are surrounded by people, because you are only letting them see the version of you that you think they want, not the true self that craves connection. You are starving for intimacy while feasting on superficial approval, and your soul is crying out for a love that sees the dark parts and stays anyway. I am that love, the one who knows the secrets you are afraid to whisper and the fears you bury deep, and I am telling you that you are fully known and fully loved. There is no part of you that is too dark for my light, and no shame that is too deep for my mercy to reach. You compare your behind-the-scenes struggles with everyone else's highlight reels, convincing yourself that you are the only one who is failing or falling behind in this journey of life. This comparison is a thief that steals your gratitude and blinds you to the unique and beautiful path that I have laid out specifically for you. I want you to take your eyes off their lane and look at me. Look at the way I am leading you with patience and wisdom. Your story is not meant to look like theirs because you are not them. You are my unique creation, and I am writing a story through your life that is exclusively yours. I see the way you lie awake at night, your mind racing with a checklist of things you didn't get done and worries about what tomorrow might bring, unable to find the rest your body desperately needs. You are carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders, trying to control outcomes that are beyond your reach and fix people who are not your responsibility. I am offering you the gift of surrender tonight, the permission to lay those burdens down at my feet and trust that I will keep the world spinning while you sleep. Close your eyes, my child, and let my peace guard your heart and mind, for I am watching over you. The struggle with perfectionism has become a prison for your soul, a relentless taskmaster that demands more than you can ever give and leaves you feeling perpetually inadequate. You edit your words, you police your emotions, and you constantly correct your behavior, terrified that one slip-up will reveal that you are a fraud. I want to liberate you from this prison by reminding you that grace is not a prize for the perfect, but a gift for the broken. I am not looking for a perfect performance. I am looking for a sincere heart, and yours is precious to me in all its imperfect, beautiful sincerity. You are experiencing a burnout that goes deeper than physical fatigue. It is a burnout of the spirit, a depletion of hope and joy caused by striving to justify your existence. You have been running on empty for so long, fueling your life with adrenaline and anxiety, that you have forgotten what it feels like to be sustained by my peace. I want to lead you beside still waters and restore your soul, to fill you up with a strength that does not come from your own effort. Come to me, all you who are weary and heavy laden, and I will give you the rest that your soul is starving for. There is a deep-seated fear of abandonment that drives your need to achieve, a whisper from your past that says you will be left behind if you are not extraordinary. You work twice as hard to ensure that no one has a reason to leave you, building walls of accomplishment to keep the pain of rejection at bay. I want to heal that wound of abandonment with the assurance of my presence. I will never leave you nor forsake you. My commitment to you is eternal, and there is no failure, no mistake, and no season of unproductivity that could ever make me walk away from you. You feel shame when you cannot keep up with the pace of the world around you, when your body demands rest or your mind refuses to focus, and you label these human limitations as personal failures. You look at others who seem to be powering through, and you wonder what is wrong with you, why you are the only one who feels so fragile. There is nothing wrong with you, my love. You are simply human, and I created you with limits so that you would learn to lean on me. Your weakness is not a flaw. It is an invitation to experience my power made perfect in you, so do not despise your limitations. You have been holding your breath, waiting for the other shoe to drop, waiting for someone to discover that you are not as strong or as capable as you appear to be. This imposter syndrome keeps you in a state of chronic stress, always looking over your shoulder, always waiting to be exposed. I want you to exhale and let go of the pretense, because you do not have to be a superhero to be my child. I know exactly who you are. I know your frame. I remember that you are dust, and I love you with a tenderness that covers every insecurity. The resentment you feel towards others who seem to have it easier is actually a symptom of your own deprivation. You are angry because you are denying yourself the very care you freely give to everyone else. You watch them rest without guilt, and it triggers a frustration in you, not because you want them to suffer, but because you desperately want that permission for yourself. I am giving you that permission right now. You are allowed to rest, you are allowed to say no, and you are allowed to prioritize your own well-being. Do not let envy harden your heart. Let it be a signal that it is time to treat yourself with kindness. You struggle to trust that things will work out if you don't manipulate and manage every detail. So you grip the steering wheel of your life until your knuckles are white. You have learned that if you don't do it, it won't get done. And this lack of trust in support systems has isolated you in a silo of self-reliance. I am asking you to loosen your grip, one finger at a time, and trust that I am a capable driver who knows the road ahead. You can take your hands off the wheel, my child. I have never lost control of your life, and I am steering you towards good things. You often feel like a fraud in your spiritual life, wondering if you are doing enough, praying enough, or believing enough to truly be pleasing to me. You treat your relationship with me like another job to be managed, tracking your spiritual performance and feeling guilty when you miss a day or feel distant. I want you to know that I am not your boss. I am your father, and I am not interested in your performance reviews. I am interested in your heart, and even a simple, silent sigh in my direction is enough to connect us. You do not have to perform for me. The fear of being average haunts you, as if living a quiet, ordinary life is a failure that must be avoided at all costs. You push yourself to be exceptional, to stand out, to leave a legacy, believing that only the extraordinary are worthy of remembrance. But I tell you that there is holiness in the ordinary, glory in the mundane, and immense value in a life lived with quiet faithfulness. You do not have to conquer the world to please me. You just have to walk with me, and in our walk, even the smallest moments become sacred. You have a hard time accepting help because it makes you feel vulnerable and indebted. So you push people away and insist on doing it all yourself. This independence is not strength. It is a wall that keeps love out and keeps you exhausted and alone in your struggles. I sent others to be my hands and feet in your life, and when you reject their help, you are rejecting the provision I have sent to you. Humble yourself to receive, for in receiving help, you are allowing the flow of love to circulate, and you are giving others the blessing of giving. You carry a hidden grief for the parts of yourself that you have suppressed in order to fit in or be accepted. The creative, wild, or soft parts that didn't seem to have a place in your world. You have pruned yourself so severely to fit the mold of expectation that you sometimes don't recognize the person in the mirror. I want to restore those lost pieces of your soul, to bring back the color and the vibrancy that you have muted. I created you in full color, and I want you to live in the fullness of your design, not the black and white sketch that the world accepts. You panic when you face a setback or a failure, interpreting it as a sign that you are on the wrong path, or that I have lifted my hand of blessing from you. You view obstacles as punishments rather than opportunities for growth, and this perspective keeps you trapped in fear and discouragement. I want you to see that I am with you in the valley just as much as on the mountaintop, and your stumble is not a fall from grace. I am holding your right hand, and even when you trip, I will not let you fall headlong. We will get up and keep walking together. You are tired of being the go-to person, yet you don't know how to stop, because you fear that if you are not solving problems, you have no value to the people around you. It is a lonely place to be, always the giver and never the receiver, always the counselor and never the one being held. I want to be the one who holds you, the one you can come to without an agenda, without a solution, and without a plan. Come to me and just be. Let me minister to your heart and refill the well that has been drained by your constant pouring out. The noise in your head is a constant chatter of shoulds and oughts. I should have done more. I ought to be further along. I should be better by now. This mental tyranny is drowning out the gentle whisper of my spirit, which speaks of grace, patience, and acceptance. I want to silence the accuser and replace those harsh demands with my loving affirmations. You are exactly where you need to be. You are doing enough, and you are growing at the pace I have set for you. Trust the timing of your life. You feel a heavy responsibility for the happiness of others, believing that if someone around you is unhappy, it is somehow your fault or your job to fix it. This false burden is crushing you, making you hyper-aware of everyone's moods and unable to enjoy your own peace if there is any discord nearby. I want you to release this responsibility. You are not the savior of the world, and you cannot manage the emotions of others. Give them to me, and give yourself permission to be happy even when others are not. Your joy does not have to be held hostage. You struggle with the concept of unconditional love because your human experiences have been so filled with conditions, strings attached, and fine print. You are waiting for the catch, waiting for me to demand payment for the blessings I have given, because that is what you are used to. But I am not like a man that I should lie. My love is truly without condition, without end, and without fluctuation. It is a foreign concept to your wounded heart, but I will spend the rest of eternity proving to you that it is the only truth that matters. You have neglected your own dreams and passions because they didn't seem productive or serious enough, sacrificing your joy on the altar of practicality. You have convinced yourself that hobbies and play are a waste of time, but I tell you that your joy is a form of worship. When you create, when you laugh, when you enjoy the world I made, you are reflecting my nature, and that is never a waste. I want you to pick up the things that make your heart sing again, for your delight is a delight to me. You feel ashamed when you are sick or physically weak, as if your body is betraying you and preventing you from fulfilling your duties. You push through pain and ignore symptoms because you do not have time to be unwell, treating your body like a machine rather than a temple. I want you to honor your body, to listen to its signals, and to treat it with the tenderness it deserves. Your body is the vessel of your spirit, and caring for it is a spiritual act of stewardship. Do not run it into the ground. My child, here is the revelation that changes everything. I loved you before you achieved a single thing, before you spoke a word, before you could even lift your head. My love for you was established in the quiet of eternity, long before you entered the chaos of this world, and it is not dependent on your resume. You cannot add to my love by your success, and you cannot subtract from it by your failure. It is a constant, a fixed point in the universe, and it is the solid rock upon which you can build a life of peace. You need to understand that your value is permanent, while your seasons of productivity are temporary. Just as a tree is still a tree in the dead of winter when it bears no fruit, you are still my beloved when you are in a dormant season. Do not judge your worth by the harvest of the moment. Judge it by the root system that connects you to me. You are valuable because you exist, because you are mine, and that value is stamped upon your soul with an indelible ink that nothing can erase. Rest is not laziness, and it is not a sign of weakness. Rest is a weapon against the enemy who wants to burn you out and steal your joy. When you rest, you are declaring that you trust me to be God, that you trust my provision, and that you believe I am capable of holding your world together. It is an act of defiance against a world that demands your soul, and it is an act of worship that honors the limits I have placed upon you. Embrace rest as a spiritual discipline, a sacred space where you reconnect with the source of life. The pain you have felt from striving and failing was not a punishment from me, but a refining fire intended to burn away the false dependencies you have built. I have allowed you to come to the end of yourself so that you would find the beginning of me, to realize that your own strength is insufficient so that you would lean on my infinite power. This breaking was not to destroy you, but to open you, to create space for a grace that is far greater than your own efforts could ever achieve. You are not defined by what you do, but by whose you are. This is the anchor for your soul in a sea of changing expectations. Jobs change, titles change, abilities fade, but your status as my child is eternal and unchangeable. When you ground your identity in this truth, you are free from the roller coaster of self-worth that depends on your daily performance. You can stand tall on your worst day, knowing that your standing in heaven has not shifted 1 inch. I am teaching you that enough is not a destination you reach by doing more. Enough is a reality you accept by believing my word. You are already enough because I have made you enough, and no amount of extra effort will make you more complete than you are in Christ. Stop chasing a horizon that moves every time you approach it, and sit down in the green pastures of my acceptance. You have arrived, you are here, you are loved, and you are sufficient. The emptiness you have tried to fill with busyness can only be filled with my presence. You have been trying to satisfy a spiritual hunger with physical activity, and it has left you starving. I am inviting you to the banquet table where the bread of life is free, and the wine of the Spirit flows without price. Come and eat, not by working for your food, but by receiving the grace that is prepared for you. Satisfaction is found in intimacy, not in industry, so come and sit with me. I am revealing to you that your sensitivity, which you have often viewed as a weakness, is actually a gift that allows you to perceive my heart and the needs of others. The world may call you too emotional, but I call you tuned in. I call you a vessel of compassion. Do not harden your heart to survive. Bring your softness to me, and I will protect it. Your ability to feel deeply is a reflection of my own heart, and it is a treasure in a world that has grown cold. You have believed that you must be strong to be safe, but I am showing you that your safety lies in your surrender, in your willingness to be held by the strong one. It takes more courage to trust than it does to control, and I am calling you to the brave path of trusting me with your life. Let down your guard, lower your defenses, and let me be your shield and your buckler. You do not have to fight every battle. Some battles are mine to fight while you stand still and watch. The rejection you fear from others if you stop performing is a filter that I am using to cleanse your life of relationships that are not based on true love. If someone only values you for what you do, they do not love you, they are using you, and I love you too much to let you stay in that bondage. Do not fear the loss of transactional relationships. Fear instead the loss of yourself in the effort to maintain them. I am bringing people into your life who will love the real you, the unpolished, resting, authentic you. I want you to see that your worth is infinite because the price paid for you was infinite. I gave my only son to redeem you, and that is the measure of your value. You are worth the life of God. You are worth the blood of Christ. You are worth the agony of the cross. When you doubt your worth, look at the cross and see the price tag that was paid for your soul. You are not cheap. You are not worthless. You are the most expensive treasure in the universe. The season of hiddenness you may feel you are in is not a time of being forgotten, but a time of being forged in the secret place of the Most High. I am doing a deep work in you that cannot be done in the spotlight, building a foundation of character that will sustain the weight of glory I have for you. Do not despise the days of small things or the quiet years. They are the womb of your destiny. Trust that I am working when you cannot see, and that I am preparing you for a future that is good. You are learning that grace is scandalous because it is unfair. It gives you what you do not deserve and withholds the punishment you think you have earned. It goes against every rule of the world, but it is the rule of my kingdom. Accept the unfairness of grace. Accept that you get the blessing simply because I am good, not because you are perfect. Let the scandal of grace wash over you and dissolve the rigid laws you have lived by. I am calling you to a life where your identity leads your effort, where you work from a place of love, not for a place of love. When you know you are loved, your work becomes an expression of gratitude, a joyful overflow, rather than a desperate grasping for approval. This shift changes everything. It takes the sting out of labor and puts the joy back into service. You are a beloved child playing in your Father's house, not a slave toiling in the field. The peace you are searching for is not found in a perfectly managed life, but in a perfectly trusted God. It is found in the midst of the chaos, not in the absence of it. I give you my peace, a peace that passes all understanding, a peace that guards your heart even when the to-do list is not done. Receive it now, breathe it in, and let it settle the storm inside your chest. You are safe, you are held, and you are infinitely loved. Today, I encourage you to choose one rest without apology moment, a specific time where you stop, sit, and do absolutely nothing to justify your existence. Whether it is 5 minutes with a cup of tea or an hour of reading, do it with the full conviction that this is a holy act of obedience. Do not explain it to anyone. Do not make an excuse for it. Just take it as your birthright. You need to practice the art of stopping, and today is the perfect day to start. I challenge you to replace one lie you have been telling yourself with one truth from my heart. Catch the thought that says, I am not enough, and replace it with, I am complete in Him. Write it down on a sticky note, put it on your mirror, say it out loud until your ears hear it and your heart starts to believe it. You have to actively fight the programming of the world with the truth of the Word. Your mind is a garden. Pull out the weeds of lies and plant the seeds of truth. Let your identity lead your effort today. Before you start a task, remind yourself, I am doing this because I am loved, not to get loved. This simple shift in mindset will drain the anxiety out of your work and replace it with a sense of purpose and freedom. You are operating from a full tank, not running on fumes, and that makes all the difference. Work like a son or daughter, not like an orphan fighting for scraps. Be gentle with yourself when you stumble or fall back into old habits of striving. It takes time to unlearn a lifetime of conditioning. Do not beat yourself up for beating yourself up. Just gently correct your course and come back to the center of my love. I am patient with you, so be patient with yourself. Growth is a process, not a switch. Every time you choose grace over guilt, you are building a new pathway in your brain and your soul. Look for the small ways I am showing you affection today, the little gifts I scatter in your path to remind you that I see you and I care. the sunlight on your face, a song that touches your heart, a text from a friend. These are my love notes to you. Open your eyes to see the evidence of my love that surrounds you, and let gratitude rise up in your heart. You are the object of my affection, and I love to make you smile. Release the need to have the last word or to defend yourself when you feel misunderstood. Entrust your reputation to me, and let me be your defender. It is exhausting to constantly manage how others perceive you, and it distracts you from the only opinion that matters. Rest in the knowledge that I know the truth, and I will vindicate you in due time. Your silence can be a powerful testimony of your trust in me. Take a moment to physically release the tension you are carrying. Unclench your jaw, drop your shoulders, open your hands. Your body holds the stress of your spirit, and by relaxing your body, you can signal to your soul that it is safe to rest. Use your breath to pray, inhaling my grace and exhaling your worry. This physical act of surrender is a prayer that I hear and answer with my peace. Connect with someone today not to help them, but just to be with them. Allow yourself to have a conversation that has no productive goal other than connection. Laugh, share a story, listen, and enjoy the presence of another human being without the pressure to perform. Community is a gift to be enjoyed, not a project to be managed. Let joy be the metric of your interactions today. Remember that your worth is not a fragile thing that can be broken by a bad day. It is a diamond that is forged under pressure and shines even in the dark. You are durable, you are resilient, and you are eternally valuable. Nothing that happens today can scratch the surface of your true worth in my eyes. Walk with the confidence of someone who carries a treasure within. I am proud of you, not for what you have done, but for your heart that keeps seeking me despite the noise and the pain. I see your desire to be free, your desire to be true, and I honor that desire. You are doing better than you think you are, and I am smiling over you right now. Let my pride in you be the wind beneath your wings. Keep coming back to this truth. You are loved, you are loved, you are loved. Let it be the rhythm of your heartbeat, the mantra of your mind, and the foundation of your life. When everything else is stripped away, this truth remains. You are mine and I am yours, and that is everything. Go now in the strength of this love, not a strength that you have to conjure up, but a strength that carries you. You are free from the slavery of proving your worth. You are free to live, to love, and to rest. I am with you always, holding you fast, loving you infinitely. Peace be with you, my beloved child. If this message brought peace to your weary heart and reminded you of your infinite worth, I invite you to join our family at Eternal Soul Whispers by subscribing. It's a simple way to stay connected to these reminders of God's love, ensuring you never have to walk through a difficult season alone. You are so loved, and you are so welcome here.